Hey everybody, Chris Griffith, Bonita Springs, Florida, the Griffith Group at Downing Fry Realty, making an update video of what's going on in Southwest Florida real estate. I've had some wonderful customers and clients and even just some acquaintances on our website who have emailed me asking what's going on and why they aren't getting the newsletter. And I took a couple months off from getting the newsletter. For those that may not know, I had a kidney transplant in January and I'm doing really well. I am healed and restored and all sorts of miracles came. I know many of you were great prayer warriors who had my back, and for some of you, it may be a surprise. So to that end, Jen and Tom message asking about the newsletter, and I'm like, the graphs are done and the numbers are done. However, I'm so busy with real estate, I haven't had time to do it. So I said, I'll make even an abbreviated one, try to get back on the horse, get some information out to you so that you'll know what's going on. There are so many conflicting reports and all kinds of crazy stuff in the news. And what we see down here in the Bonita Springs Estero area right now is a mixture of real estate. You just don't know until you get in and do the numbers. There may be few properties for sale in a neighborhood. However, the rate of sale could be very slow, and that could prove to be several months or years of inventory. So in some neighborhoods, I can tell you there could be a couple years of inventory. In some, there could be a couple weeks or even a couple of months. It all depends on the neighborhood. And I know that's very confusing, but when you think about our area as a gated community mecca, you could choose a neighborhood. If you're looking specifically in one neighborhood or even one sector like Bundled Golf, or you're looking in Spring Run at the Brooks, individual numbers can be done for any of those communities to make sure that you are not underpaying or overpaying if there are multiple offers. And periodically it does happen. There are multiple offers when a home is priced correctly, it's a popular floor plan, or there's very little inventory. So to that end, what we see with our numbers right now is very few short sales and foreclosures per the usual. We just don't have that happening. Sales, we had 322 units in the month of March closed sale. Last year, 351. The year before, 345. Not too far off, just a few units lower. We are running about 67% cash, about 28% conventional mortgages. So, because the market has slowed and we're really feeling a seasonal effect right now. Easter was at the end of March. So a lot of folks wrapped up their rentals after Easter and went home before April. And we're seeing the car haulers on the side of the street, and we're feeling the traffic ease up. So we think that we're going to have a better opportunity for people to be able to purchase this summer without being competitive, without giving away some of their protections and rights like inspections, as well as those who do need to finance have the opportunity to do that without having to be in multiple offers with somebody that can pay cash. As far as what price point is selling, our largest price point selling is between $400,000 and $600,000. And, sadly, that's kind of entry level here. We have a small 15% of our market is between $200,000 and $400,000. They are few and far between. Usually condos, single family homes in that price point very often do need work done to them, or they could be in an original part of town that could be lower lying and have flood insurance issues. So to that end, with what has been happening in Florida with regard to insurances and having 2 major storms in 5 years, the insurance companies are being very strict, and it's probably one of the most important times to make sure you do have a very good buyer's agent who understands this insurance market. One of the things that Angela has been finding when she takes buyers out is people get very excited that a home has come on the market in their budget, and they want to go forward and make an offer on the property. However, one of the first things that we do is start looking at some of the latencies that could cause insurance to be really out of whack. And, some of these older homes may have electrical, plumbing, AC, or even roof issues. So we want to make sure that you don't get into a bind, because as soon as you have a written, executed contract for a property, the proverbial bell rings that starts counting days for you to make applications for mortgages, to get your home inspections done, get appraisals ordered. And we don't want you to get a couple $1,000s into a purchase to have it fall apart, because you don't get that money back. So we are looking out for your best interests. We've got some great procedures that we use to help keep you from getting into a property that's going to cost you money only to have you back out. So as far as things are going, it's been odd. There are some markets where things are selling really quickly. There are some where you're watching price reductions. If you're following properties like a specific home, a specific neighborhood, on every property that you see, you can click the heart. And when you click the heart on our website, it will notify you of price reductions, and you can start following the market in your neighborhood. You'll either see properties listing and pending quickly, or if they are price reducing, you'll get notifications when the prices go down. In addition to that, if you're actually a home seller that's following the website, we can set up a market report specifically for your neighborhood. So that's another thing to take advantage of. You can set it up for your whole neighborhood. If you're in an area with condominiums and single family homes, we can do it community-wide, or just for the condos, or just for the single family homes. So just let us know the name of the community. We just sort of set it and forget it. And then weekly, it will send you any changes, updates, closed sales, pending sales, etc. You know, it's a beautiful spring down here in Southwest Florida. This is the time where people start planning to come back on usually Memorial Day weekend, 4th of July weekend, which is 4th of July is on a Thursday this year. So we'll have a pretty big bump of buyers that come back. It's an election year, so you do get some folks with jitters that are buying. So it's one of those where there's slack in the market right now. If your goal is to have a property to winter over in 2025, start being really in tune to what's going on, because there may be some great opportunities for you, because it being the election year, because there's a lot going on in the world. But the one thing that we do know is it's going to snow next winter, and when people start buying, that's when your competition heats up and comes back again. So I hope all's well in your world. I'm glad you stayed in through this whole long video, and hopefully I'm back on the horse and can start doing the monthly reports again. God bless you all, and thank you for being our friend.